Annyeonghaseyo. Hello guys, welcome to the second part of the year. Oh my god, I cannot believe it's been 6 months. We are 6 months into 2023. Like, how where is the year running to? I don't understand. Where is time rushing to, please? Oh my god. Anyway, you guys, so how has it been with your New Year resolutions? Like, have you been consistent at the gym? Can you guys tell me what you have achieved so far in 2023? Okay, so no pressure, yeah. But then language learning, folks, have fun now. How has it been with your my New Year resolution? I'm going to learn a foreign language. I'm going to start learning a foreign language this year. How is it going? Because as for me, not only was I not consistent at the gym, not only did I not even keep to my New Year resolution of going back to the gym and losing some weight and all those kind of New Year resolutions. Not only did I not do that, I did not also stick to my language learning goals for the year, right? I would not say I did not even learn at all, right? Because there was a lot of improvements in my Korean and everything, but the Spanish, God, the Spanish, it did not Spanish at all. Like, oh my god, the Spanish did not Spanish at all. Like, God, I beg. But then, okay, we can just take it all as per, it was the beginning of the year. There was a lot going on with school, with work. Some of us, changed jobs, blah 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 blah. Some of us changed environments. It is. Let's just, let's put it like that. But now we are in the second half of the year, so all the rush of the Christmas and New Year has gone down now. So now I believe now we can get back to our goals, right? So as for me, right, I did say I was going to create more consistent content and relating to Korean culture, Korean learning and everything. But did I do it? I did not do it though, and I'm sorry. But now I'm back, right? Now I'm really, really back. And the first thing I'm going to do is answer all the questions I'll be getting, especially on Twitter, because I'm more active on Twitter, right? All the questions I'll be getting about how did you learn Korean? God, how do I learn? How did you learn? So I'm going to answer all that today. It's not like I'm going to give a very extraordinary answer or whatever, but then I believe I'm just going to give a rundown of all the things I did. So first of all, I found a website that taught Korean alphabet. I've gotten into the video. There's nothing special again to do, right? So I found a website that taught Korean alphabet. The website, I think it was the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website. That is mofa.go.kr. So the first thing you're going to do as someone who wants to learn Korean in 2023 is go to Google or go to YouTube and type how to learn Korean. There are so many videos on how to learn Korean, on the things you are going to do to learn Korean, right? So maybe you can just check out the websites there, but then I can recommend talktomeInKorean.com, how to study Korean.com. Which other websites? I think the one I used was koreanforbeginners.com. Learn Korean 2.4 is also there. Korean class 101 is also there. So you can go and check out this website and then start from learning Korean alphabet. Start from learning Korean alphabet. Don't go and do any other thing. Start by learning Korean alphabet, because Korean alphabet is the bedrock of Korean language. You have to know the alphabet in order to move forward, to understand their pronunciation rules, their grammar rules, their conjugation rules, everything. You have to know the Korean alphabet, and luckily it's very, very simple. Like, you can learn it in 2 hours. Learn it like that, just look at it and understand it. But then in order to memorize it, you might take 4 days, 5 days, depending on how serious, 1 week, depending on how serious or unserious you are, So you can take a shorter time, you can take a longer time. That's all about that. So after you learn the Korean alphabet, so you can try to find textbooks, right? Okay, so if you can get your hands on a Korean for beginners textbook, I think there's one. So Korean from zero textbook, right? So the website gives it for free, so you can just type Korean from zero and then download the textbook, right? And then start learning with that, right? So it's ordered. The textbook is in order, so you are learning alphabets, pronunciation rules, grammar rules, stuff like that from the textbook. Although I did use the textbook, but I did combine it with some apps, because the textbook does not really teach everything, right? So there are some rules that are not there that you have to get from, maybe find other textbooks or find other apps. I think I'm talking too much, but then the next thing you're going to do is download apps like Duolingo, Love Lingua Korean, Learn Korean app, just maybe 1 or 2 apps, so that you don't, because there are a lot of apps, right? So just download 1 or 2, try it out, and see, because it teaches you basic words like kokiri for elephant, saja for lion, ke for dog, se for bird, horangi for tiger, stuff like that, basic nouns and maybe phrases like 감사합니다, 안녕하세요, 좋은 아침이에요, good morning, blah 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 blah. So you download the apps and then you learn basic words, because the thing with language learning is that as you're learning words, you try to find them, you're going to feel like you're learning something, instead of just going as in learning rules for a stretch of time, right? So yeah, that's the second thing. And then what's the third thing? Hey, practice. Anywhere you are, practice when you are in the bus. Lagos traffic, it's not okay. So Lagos is not the only city that people live in. So when you're in the bus going anywhere, practice. When you're in school and there's no teacher, or you're not studying your notes, practice. The thing with learning languages is practice. You must practice. Any little time you get, you must practice, because this thing is like, you have to put your mind you have to put your headspace in your nursery school or primary school, right? Where if you had to learn something, maybe calculations in mathematics, you bring stick and do 1 + 1, 2 like that. You have to go down to that level so that you'll be able to practice. Practice A is for apple, B is for ball, stuff like that. And then what's another thing? Okay, so as you improve in your Korean learning, the thing you have to do is that you should download apps where you can meet Korean natives, right? Native Korean speakers. So these apps are called language exchange apps. So these language exchange apps, they connect you with Korean speakers or speakers of other foreign languages, right? Who want to learn English but speak Korean, right? So it's like you teach them English and they teach you Korean, but it's not like you're actively. It just depends on who you meet or whatever. You guys can decide your schedule. Maybe you teach them English for 30 minutes, they teach you Korean for 30 minutes, you guys chat, try to be friends, stuff like that. So those kind of apps, one of them is Hello Talk, another one is Hello Cal, right? Another, if I do not get the pronunciation of the other one, I'm going to put the name on the video, right? Another one is Tandem, but I think you have to use a VPN for that, right? Because I don't think they no longer allow Nigerians to register on the app. But I was on the app, right? So you can use a VPN to join. Which other one? I think High Native, yes, High Native. And then italki, but then the thing with italki is that you have to pay, but it's like very little amount of money. So etc. So that's how I learned. Use textbooks, use apps, use websites, and podcasts as well. Talk to Me in Korean is a very, very beautiful podcast for Korean beginners. So podcast as well. YouTube videos. There is nothing you cannot find on YouTube, guy. Anything. If you have a confusing grammar, structure that you want to learn, just type it on YouTube. Maybe you want to learn how to conjugate harder. Just type how to conjugate harder on YouTube, and you will see lots of native Koreans or even English speakers who learn Korean teaching these grammar points on YouTube. So please do not underrate YouTube. YouTube is very, 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 very important, right? So then remember to practice with native Koreans, right? Basically, what I did was I learned the alphabet, and then I learned numbers, right? Numbers 1 to 50, 1 to 100. There are 2 types of Korean numbers. You find out there are Sino-Korean, traditional Korean numbers. Just learn each of them from 1 to 100. It's pretty simple and similar to the way we count numbers in Igbo and Yoruba and English, So yeah, it's really similar. More similar to Igbo, right? I don't think it's as more similar to Igbo, please, right? So then I learned so then I learned short phrases like hello, good morning, nice to meet you, please help me do this, stuff like that. Learn to say your age as well. Learn to say your age, how to read the clock. Those textbooks are in order like that. So then practice saying the things you like. So as for me, I know I've said this a lot of times. The way how I practice, even with my Korean friends on these language exchange apps, was like I try to find out, how can I try to imagine myself in a scenario where I am with Imino, my favorite Korean actor, right? So I try to imagine a situation where I meet him for the first time and I want to say, oh hi, it's so nice to meet you, can I take a picture, can I call you Oppa, stuff like that. And that was what I tried to learn first. I tried to Google it, I tried to ask my Korean friends, stuff like that. And you will find out when you want to, like, when you learn to talk about things that you like, you will gather more vocabulary to be able to talk about other things that you like. It's not the things that you particularly like, right? But the things that are necessary, so you tend to like gather vocabulary from talking about the things you like, from learning to talk about the things you like, stuff like that. That's how you go. You keep on practicing till, yep, wherever you want to reach. Whitening as you are learning your Korean, I usually offer Korean classes, Korean for beginner classes, So as somebody who is an English speaker and who has taught myself Korean, I know the challenges that beginner Korean learners who speak English, like English speakers who learn Korean as a foreign language, I know the challenges they go through, in order to understand Korean. Right, so I've had students, people who are schooling in Korean, Nigerians who are schooling in Korean, Africans schooling in Korean, ask me, oh, can you teach me Korean? Can you teach me this? And then when I teach them, I'm like, you see this thing that they were saying in the class, it sounded so confusing. Because honestly, even research says it, right, that sometimes, in fact, it's very, very difficult. Like, just imagine you now, it could be very hard for you to teach Igbo or Yoruba or English to somebody. You have to have the skill to be able to pass across the message, because you might know the language, but the skill to teach it is lacking. So I have that skill, right? So I use it to teach others who maybe do not have time to learn on their own, do not learn on their own very well, or just who want a teacher as a guide, to help them learn the language easier and faster. I offer these classes and I give learning materials and all that. And my classes are the most interesting classes anyone has been, because I inculcate Korean cultural lessons, Korean history lessons, just very simple, not very serious, not very serious and boring stuff, but very simple and interesting stuff that we might have gotten curious about from watching Korean dramas and everything. So yeah, if you do need lessons on beginner Korean, message me on Instagram or Twitter at nekineka. The name is on the video, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, give me tips or criticisms or compliments and stuff like that.